Hi, Sarah here from Core Exercise Solutions. Today we're going to talk about core strength. I see a significant amount of patients with back pain, whether that's the low-level back pain that you get when you're standing at a party or debilitating back pain that keeps you flat on your back on the floor. Back pain is a tremendously difficult type of injury that will last a lifetime if you don't take the necessary steps to fix it. All right, so let's talk about getting our core stronger. Now, aside from back pain, proper core strength helps posture, it helps hip strength, it helps hip mobility. All right, so I want you to try a neat little trick for me. You're gonna go through these exercises, all right? We're gonna get your core firing, we're gonna get your core stronger, and then you're gonna check your hip mobility, all right? So check it before you do them and then check it after. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that just by simply stabilizing the top of your pelvis, your hips are going to get more mobile. It's a fascinating little trick. All right, so what we're gonna get started with is just developing intra-abdominal pressure. All right, so a lot of my patients are squishy. I know you're not squishy at home, but a lot of my patients are squishy. And so what I find is they go to do a movement, whether it's they're bending over the sink to load the dishwasher, or they're reaching into the washing machine, or they're picking up a pencil off of a desk, and they're completely relaxed and squishy through their waist. How are you sitting right now? Go ahead and touch your sides. Does it have a pinch of tension? Now, I'm not talking death grip, really hard tension. I'm just talking a little bit of tension under your fingers, all right? Or is it just super squishy, okay? So what we're gonna go for here is a nice wall of muscle. All right, think about this as your corset to help keep your lower back safe. So we're gonna develop corset strength that wraps around, that helps to keep your abdominal wall tight. Now, we are not going to do any sit-ups, all right? No forward flexion abdominal activities. We spend too much of our day already hunching forward, so why would we go to the gym and hunch forward more? All right, let's reinforce that bad posture. No, all right? So quit doing your forward flexion activities if for the sole reason of you don't want hunch forward posture. There are plenty of other exercises to do to get an awesome core workout without ever hunching forward. All right, don't worry, I'm gonna show you all those exercises. All right, so let me have you first start by lying on your back. Okay, so go ahead and get comfortable. Join me on the floor. All right, so lie down for me. And then what I'm gonna have you do is find your neutral curve. Okay, so what I mean by this is it's the point where you're not arched way up off the ground and you're not pressed flat on the ground. All right, you have a lumbar curve. So I don't want you to press your back down flat on the ground because then this gets rid of your lumbar curve, makes your shoulders and neck hunch forward. Okay, think about a rounded spine. All right, so if you flatten your back on the ground, you hunch forward. But if you have a nice lumbar curve, it gives you good posture. See? All right, so I'm gonna have you lie on the ground. Nice lumbar curve. Okay, don't over exaggerate it. So if you wanna place your hands on your pubic bone and your hips, the top of your hip bones here, you can find that point where they're about level. Okay, so this is a great way to figure out where neutral is for you. And it's generally a very relaxed place, all right? The place where your pelvis rests. Okay, so holding neutral posture, shoulders open, okay? Holding neutral posture with your shoulders open, I'm gonna have you take your thumbs and push them in your side, okay? Now, all I simply want you to do is resist pushing your thumbs in your side. All right, so just a little. You're not death gripping your core. You're not forward flexing anything, all right? You're simply working the muscles that wrap around. All right, if you're Sarah, I can't get anything to fire. It's still squishy. Nothing is working. Cough for me, all right? So give me a simple, all right? When you cough, you utilize your intra-abdominal muscles, your internal obliques, your external obliques, your rectus abdominis. You utilize all those great abdominal muscles to contract, all right? So if you need to, cough. Ideally, I would like it under your volitional control, but that'll come with time, all right? So I would like a little pressure underneath your hands, okay? So just a little bit of tension, all right? Without tucking your butt under, without arching more, so nothing should move. Relax your quads, relax your shoulders. You should have enough abdominal control and enough abdominal strength that you can relax everything else. So hold that tension underneath your thumbs and move your head side to side and let your neck go. All right, so step 1, develop some strength. All right, that's going to come with time and practice. Lie on your back, stick your thumbs in, and work until you can tighten against them. All right, you're not pushing out, you're not sucking in. You're simply forming a corset, just like you would just contract a muscle. All right, it's an isometric hold of your abdominal muscles. All right, then work on being able to hold that while you relax everything else. Let your hips go, let your legs go, let your shoulders go. You should not have to work your shoulders to tighten your stomach. All right, so think about that. You go and do something and, oh, I need some core strength. I've got to lift something, and you tighten your shoulders. Okay, that's ridiculous, and it's going to give you neck pain. All right, so relax those shoulders. All right, step number 2 for this exercise, once you've mastered that, once you can hold for 10 seconds, you can breathe while holding pressure. And yes, you can breathe while holding pressure. Okay, you might not be able to breathe while holding pressure right this second, but you will be able to, okay, I promise. I've seen hundreds of patients develop intra-abdominal pressure and core strength and be able to breathe and hold, and you will be able to do that too. I have no doubts. All right, so hold, and then what I'm going to have you do is simply relax a leg out and back in. Good. This takes tremendous amounts of focus. So out and back in without letting anything move or shift. All right, so if you can notice, I'm doing this and I'm talking. All right, that means I'm breathing. I'm moving air in and out while I hold intra-abdominal pressure, while I relax the leg in and out. So what I'm looking for here, find your ASIS, okay, front of those pelvic bones, okay? So find those guys, and nobody moves a millimeter, okay? So think about this as your hip moving in the socket. I don't want your whole pelvis rocking back and forth while you move a leg. You should have free leg motion in the socket. All right, so but what I see with decreased core strength is people will lack stabilization through their core, and so then their hips lock down to help compensate. All right, so the last thing you want is hips that are locked down, so the movement has to come through your low back. You're asking for a disc issue. Okay, so I want you to hold here, strength, lower down, relax up. The other thing you're looking for besides movement is you're looking for relaxing on the opposite side. All right, so what'll happen is if I'm weak, I'm gonna relax to let that hip go out. Okay, so be mindful of that, so nice and tight. All right, so give me 10 of these alternating sides. All right, I find that to be a little bit more difficult than doing the same side. All right, so 10 alternating sides, 2 or 3 sets of these. Build up, start small. Don't try to get all of your strength at one time. All right, so learn how to hold, and learn how to hold when standing, when sitting, when walking. This is a very low level of tension. I'm not asking for a death grip of your abdominal wall, okay? All I'm simply asking for is a little bit of core tension, just enough to support your spine so you're not hanging and collapsing on your spine. All right, think about this. This is great transverse abdominals, internal obliques, holding you upright, holding great posture, stretching your spine, supporting it, and making it feel better. All right, so thanks for joining me today. I'm loving your questions and comments. Please keep them coming. My email is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, @coreexercisesolutions.com. I can't wait to hear from you. Keep me posted on how you're doing, and I look forward to sharing even more difficult, advanced core exercises with you. All right, trust me, I'm an athlete. I can get it a lot harder. All right, but if you don't master the basics and you don't know how to develop core strength and being able to hold, you're not going to be able to get it harder without hurting yourself. All right, so start there. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.